Well, hi, everybody. She's back. The crazy lady's back. Uh, I hope you're all doing great out there. If you've never seen my channel before, I'm Lynn, and I've been doing, tarot cards for over 50 years. I don't even like to say how many over. And I've been doing this channel for 4 years or so. So anyway, thank you for watching if you never watched before, and please hit join and subscribe, and thumbs up always helps. And I wanted to talk to everybody about some, I did a meditation and did some automatic writing tonight for next year, for 1923. Tell where I'm at, I'm still in 1923 and I wasn't even born yet. Not too far after that, but I wasn't born yet. So we're 2023. So we're going to start out what the guides are talking to me, trying to tell me. But there was some extra stuff somewhere. I didn't throw it away. No telling what I did with it. Maybe, I hope I wrote it down and moved it over. But anyway, if anybody'd like a personal reading, it's lynntarotreadings@gmail.com. Put your phone number in there and I'll get back with you and we'll set up a reading. And I've got lots of openings. And so this is the predictions through my automatic writings for 2023. And I'm not saying that these will even, your guess is as good as mine. Nobody's perfect, but they were wanting, my guides have been hounding me for the last 2 or 3 days wanting me to do this. And I've been putting it off, and so finally I decided to make them happy. And it makes me happy too because I can relax. So it's going to, says it's going to be a personal healing this year. Not like you, the sun comes out and everything's rosy, but kind of like a rolling coaster, highs and lows. Because the information coming out, though it needs to be exposed, is more mind-blowing and so much worse than we thought it was. But it is what it takes to heal and start healing up our country. There is a big energy shift coming. It's like dealing with any hardcore addiction. You cannot heal it without bringing it into the light and open it up and expose the shadow side to the world and to ourselves completely. My guides are telling me that the country needs to take a look at this personally and pay attention for our mental and physical well-being. Some of the news is going to hurt our solar plexus because we are so shocked and devastated by what's going on, or what was going on in the Trump administration and all the people around him, and even all the payoffs to foreign countries and money changing hands. There will be huge weather events. Also, I just got this in the middle of this, that Ukraine will get their country back. There'll be changes in borders, some due to weather events in unexpected places, weather events in unexpected places. January 6th, complete agenda coming out will cut like a razor across our hearts and country. A lot of other countries, across our hearts and country, a lot of it involving money and other countries changing hands. Like energy, truth is like energy and truth. This is the time for a breakthrough time for mental health, illness, for our country, and for personal growth. January will be an intense change, and that we will hear of. February, unusual water movement in and across the earth. April, healing energy and unexpected. People turning more to the spiritual side of life and being interested in spiritualism. May and June is good for travel. Big changes in January, March, April, October, and November. In October, keep an eye open for a new virus. I hate to say this, but I hope they're wrong. Wouldn't be the first time I've been picked up wrong, or maybe an old one coming back. But it wasn't saying that this was just going to be horrible. It was just saying maybe we're all just going to have to realize that we're going to have to live with this for a while, especially with the earth melting down like it is. Till we start taking care of this planet, it's not going to take care of us. As long as we ignore it and kill it off, it's going to fight. May and June, good for travel. I think I just said that. We need to be like the fly on the wall, the observer this year. Make a change to love. Make changes in our life to feel the love and not the fear while waiting. These changes will these changes will help heal us up, but it will not be, it's going to be like up and down. We will hear of proof that Trump was planning to hand Ukraine over to Russia or over to Putin. When I say Russia, I always think of the Russian country and the people. And Putin, to me, is somebody totally different, because I don't even think the people know what's going on, but I don't know. We just have to learn to love everybody and reach out to them and try to give them a benefit of a doubt. And then I also got that the first 4 months, the economy will be slow, and then it's going to pick up. And so I don't know if those going to make you feel better or worse or whatever, but that's what was coming through when that's what they wanted me to write down and tell you. So that's what I wrote down and told you. And then I already had some questions here, and then I heard something right before I turned the TV off, that Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. were making calls to different places for fake electors. So yeah, they're gonna be in the hooscow right along. I don't think their dad will be in the hooscow. He might be locked up in a mental institution if he doesn't melt on the floor like the Wicked Witch of the West, or was that the East? But it looks like they might be doing jail time. And then I wasn't going to read on, but I'm going to read on Mr. Nunes again. After he got out of there and went over to work for that Trump Social or Truth Social or something, I thought that, maybe he'll miss getting into the depths of this, even though he's in it up to his eyeballs. But from what I heard tonight, right before I turned the TV off, he was bringing classified documents into the White House, and they were making copies of them and burning some of them in the fireplaces. I mean, making several copies of stuff and handing them out to people that would come, taking them to people. His surrounding entourage were taking them out to, I don't know if I understood it as companies or people they knew, or so they were passing top secret documents out to everybody, and there was money changing hands for him. So I bet, so no wonder every time I read for Nunes it says he's going to be in jail, and that's probably why. And another hit I got right before I stopped was Liz Cheney. I have said that this was going to end up making her career in the long run. And maybe not right away, but it will end up making her career. And we'll have to be careful that it don't make her too popular, because she's straight right wing and straight so far to the right. She doesn't want people to have any health care and doesn't want to. Anyway, so and a lot of other things. Everything else, they're not in there for the people, but for some reason she got that vendetta against Trump and decided she was going to expose all that stuff, and it'd be the best. She'll go down as a hero or heroiness or however they say that for our country. And probably that Cassie Hutchinson weather. I was going to bring some water in here, and I didn't. I don't usually, but I was told to right before I sat down, and I thought, oh no, you don't need water. But anyway, so that's what I got right before I stopped, and now I'll go to what I had that I was going to read on. Excuse me. So I got this. Well, every time I've read, and I think all the other readers too, for the last 3 years, it keeps saying that a woman or women are bringing Trump down, or they'll be the ones that bring Trump down. Well, we got Liz Cheney in there, and we got this Carroll trial coming up, and I think it's coming up in April. They've already got it scheduled. And it's just not straight out rape. Maybe they're not calling it rape, they're calling it something else, but it means the same thing. So that's the trial that's already scheduled and on the books, and from what I know, what I understand, I don't know nothing. The older I get, the more I figure out I don't know, the less I know. But from what I understand, she's got DNA of his on the dress she had on that day. It knocked her out so bad that she took it home and hung it in her closet and whatever. I guess, from what I understand, never got close to anybody ever again, not even any relationships. But anyway, she'll tell her story someday of how it changed her life. I'm sure she'll write a book about it. But she's not only taking him in. They think there's two different things. One of them is the definition of character, because he came back and did it again. But the other one is, I'm going to start looking up there. I keep forgetting where the camera's at. But the other one is from when in that Bird-Off deal where he literally raped her. And that sounds, to people that haven't been around in the world, that sounds like hard to do or not that easy. But when somebody's really bigger and stronger than you, it is things like that can happen. So anyway, I'll just put it that way. So this case is coming up in April. We don't know how long it'll take, but what's going to happen? Let's just ask what's going to happen. What? Got to ask the right questioning before I start shuffling the cards. Is this going to take Trump down or not? Is he going to get convicted of this? Is this going to take Trump down or not? Anyway, as far as I know, they got DNA. Let's hope that's true. Let's hope that it's not so old that it still came through on everything. So this is that E. Jean Carroll. Is she going to be one of them that starts to topple down? Because that case is coming up in April unless they can get it pushed back. And I don't think the judges are going to play with him, not when the venue it's in. Because they were already trying to get it moved somewhere else and all kinds of different stuff. And they just told him to stop. Not in those words, but whatever they do when they're trying to file stupid suits. So this is coming up in April. Is this going to be is this going to be something that really takes Trump down? Private coins. I shouldn't have to draw anymore. He's not already out in the cold. It puts him out in the cold. I'm going to draw one more. The energy around this is the Democrats celebrating. The foundation is a Queen of Cups. That's good. That would be her. They're going to fight hard. Probably trying to overturn it when he's found guilty. And he's going to keep trying and trying and trying to make her offers for money. He's going to offer her all kinds of crap just to get out of this once he knows that he's really having to go into court for it. But I don't think she wants any offers. She doesn't want any money, even though she is suing him for slander. It's not the money she's interested in. She said she'll never do that. This is her winning the case. Three of Cups in the 7th house. It's people getting together in a committee to agree on something. And then we got our wish card here. We get our wishes. That's what's around it. That's another yes. Look at this. He could literally end up in jail just from this case before all the rest of them even start hitting him. Look at that. Because this is a judge. This is big. Everybody thinks it's just going to be in and out. And here's Michael with his sword just chopping away at one thing after the other. This might be the first thing to fall because it might be the first case coming in. And now that just setting this date has made him, he's starting to lose sleep over this already, even though he's got all this other stuff over him because this date is set. And it looks like he's not going to be able to get out of it. He's starting to lose sleep over it. And would like to leave the country, but there's nowhere to go. There's nobody that wants him. Nobody's going to take him. Because he is really worried that he could end up in jail. A regular person would. So we'll have to see what happens. But he doesn't have a chance of getting ice water in hell on this. Just puts him out in the cold, makes the Democrats happy. Is a yes for her. There's going to be all kinds of fighting among the lawyers. He's going to keep trying to offer her money, offer her money, offer her money. She refuses. She just wants to win the case. They come together and agree on something. And it's very good for us because this is the yes card. And it could have a jail sentence with that already. That's just starting on him. And, it seems flabbergasting because he's just skated for so long. And this is the the judge, the lawyers, this is the big booths around him, and he's already wanting to push, and hell, it's got him scared enough he'd like to leave, but he's cut off. He can't leave. There's nowhere to go, so he's already losing sleep over it because he's thinking he might end up in jail over this. So that's what's coming out just about that E. Jean Carroll. The only thing that didn't come out of there is the death card and the swords in the back. We'll see what comes out when we start reading on this other stuff. So I'm just going to do this real quick, and I don't even think I'm going to do a whole 10 cards. I think I'm going to do whatever, a shorter one. Let's do Devin Nunes. This is just fresh on my mind. Is he going to, how is he going to get through this? Devin Nunes. What a tyrant he is. Did you see the shirt I had on tonight? Trump's IQ test. I don't know if you can see it or not in that calendar, in that deal, but anyway, I love this shirt. I'm not sure what it says. Oh, person, woman, man, prison. No, camera prison. I love it. Love it. You'd be amazed that nobody that's ever looked at this shirt even knows doesn't even get the connotation of it. That's how many people that are paying attention to what's been going on. Not too many. Everybody that I've showed it to, I said, isn't this cute? And they said, well, I don't understand it. So then I have to stop and explain it to them. And that's kind of scary. Since that's all, every rally, that's all he ever talked about was how smart he was because he passed a dementia test. Okay, so let me cross this out. That's the Jane Carroll. Ginni Thomas. Everybody wants to know about Ginni. Will she be investigated by Jack Smith? Of course, she's already being investigated by him. I can answer that, but let's draw the cards and see what comes through. Oh, first of all, didn't I say I was going to do somebody else? So I said I was going to do Devin Nunes. Or did I do him already? I'll tell you what, once I start doing this, my mind just goes if it's not written down. I didn't do Devin Nunes. Okay, let's do Devin Nunes first, because since I was shuffling with his energy in here. Devin Nunes. You little California twerp, you. Ain't I being nice? Well, I was going to sue people for putting stuff on Twitter about him being a cow or whatever. The cow's following him home. Okay, how much trouble are you in, Devin Nunes? How much trouble are you in, Devin Nunes? Okay. I'll hear you. How much trouble are you in, Devin Nunes? Well, his whole world's up for a shocker. Signifier is his world is done as he knows about it, and total ending. And the influence is because he was friends and lovers with the wrong people. The foundation. He's connected to Russia really hard and heavy. Now, I don't know why, but he's coming, but Russia's coming into this. Probably because of part of that paperwork that he was handing out. Maybe part of it was going there. Who knows what we're going to find out. Everybody says get your popcorn. Every time I hear that, I go right back to my addiction, which is food, and I'm not supposed to have popcorn, but I might have to get me some popcorn before this year is over. He's been holding everything close. It's almost like somebody's been trying to get him to talk already, and he's holding it close. But he's got some of these copies that he made. This is another thing. He's got the copies. I don't know if he was stupid enough to try to hide it somewhere or what, but he's got copies of almost everything he brought there, that even the stuff that was burned. And in his sky, his whole house is getting ready to come down, and come down quick. He's not sleeping tonight already, just since this stuff came out of what was in that report. Just today it came out to the public, where everybody is hearing about it. In the immediate future, it makes a lot of people happy. He's probably laying in bed right now thinking of all the different ways he can get around this, get out of it, what to tell, what not to tell, everything he said, who he said it through, every paper he handed out, what he's got, where he's got it hit, all this stuff's he can't sleep because he's got so many things going through his mind, how he could maybe get out of this. But Michael's right on top of him. He ain't getting out of it. We need to heal, and he's going to come in and help us heal our country up, Archangel Michael. Here's the law. What he feared the most, it is coming to him like attracts like, and he's afraid now, and it's coming after him. And here he is in jail. Yeah, he's going to jail. Definitely going to jail. Nunes is. There's no reason to go back through these. His world's changed because of the company he kept. It involves Russia, involves paperwork and money. His tower's coming down. It's going to make the people happy. He's already trying to figure out how to get out of it. Here's Michael coming in with his sword of truth and justice, and here is the big law with his sword of truth and justice, and here he is in jail making license plates. So that's what's going on with Devin Nunes. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. And now we'll do Ginni Thomas. Everybody keeps writing me and wants to know if she's going to be investigated by Jack Smith. Well, that's a lost leader. She's been investigated. Now, whether they end up doing anything about it, who knows? I'm sure they will. She's going to. I don't think they're going to leave anybody alone. I think they're. When they start this, I have the strangest feeling that they're going to clean up. They're going to go through there and kick ass and take names, and they're going to just have to clean everybody up they can. And if they don't, then they're wasting their time anyway. But I see them going in and doing this right, especially since that Garland hired that Jack Smith. I didn't before. I couldn't see it, but now I can actually see them going in there and cleaning up. So this is Ginni Thomas. Is she going to get in trouble? I know she'll get off just by saying she's crazy, because she's crazier than a loon anyway. Wouldn't be hard to figure out how crazy that lady is just by looking at her emails. If that was my mother or my aunt or my sister or somebody I loved, I'd want to get them in some kind of care, because I'd be afraid they shouldn't be let loose. That's how crazy those were, but we'll see. So Ginni Thomas. So that's what she'll end up filing, probably, is that she's not in charge of her facilities. And YouTube, this is for fun and entertainment only. Well, we get our wish card. It's coming in because of her being married to the Supreme Court judge. I hope that doesn't hold it back, but that was the obstacle over it. But it doesn't make any difference. The foundation is her in jail. I don't think she'll ever be in jail, but the cards are saying she could be making license plates for all the money she gave out to people to get them to the rally, and the other money that changed hands for those electors and stuff she was working on. she's behind this so much more than we realize. Maybe she just acts stupid on the surface, because she definitely did a lot of work behind the scenes on this. She's really worried now, because in the near future, we're going to hear something about her. This is the near future. It's quiet as a tomb right now. Maybe it'll be quiet for a while. Maybe we won't hear about her quite as quick as we hear about the rest of them. But when it comes for her, it's going to come. When justice comes for her, it's going to come in bang, bang. It's going to. She's not even going to know what hit her. More or less, her husband. And the energy around this is the winner. Winning the battle. And maybe it's a battle against authority. I don't know. I can't imagine them even making any charges against her, but maybe they buy them off some way. But this is the winner card, is the influence around them coming after her quick. And here's, she is afraid that the big guns are coming after her. This is big justice. This is the AG and the people that work for him. And this is the January 6th committee. So that's what she's getting in trouble for. And it's going to be the death of her life as she knows it. I'm not saying a death for her. I'm saying it for her life as she knows it. So we get our wishes because of the deals she made, the people she was working with, the money she gave out, all the energy she put it. She's just realizing that she's in big doo-doo. And when it happens, it's going to come in really fast. It's going to look like she's going to get out of it. And then the big guns are coming in after her. It's to do with the January 6th stuff. And she could end up in jail, which would end up killing her, because she's an old woman. It's a death card. I can't imagine them putting her in jail. But I said that they're going to have to go through there knowing that they have to do what they have to do, and they're going to have to go after everybody. They're not going to be able to call. I don't know how that'll ever work with the Supreme Court. They're running this country right now, but just have faith that it will work. That's what the ups and downs are. It's like we'll be all high because everything, and then there'll be these people trying to weasel out, and then to be up. That's the way the whole next year is going to be. It's going to be like some kind of roller coaster ride at the Magic Mountain, which used to be my favorite place to hang out. That's why my neck's so messed up, and it's hurting right now. Sore all the time. Okay, so next we got I hope you can hear me. I hope it's loud enough. If it's not, I'll turn the sound up when I do it. We got I already put that. Will she be indicted? And I've already answered that. And then we got everybody wanting to know about MTG. Of course, she's been investigated, and so what's going on with her? We'll do MTG. So MTG, how much are you in here? And myself, didn't really look like her that much, but when I seen, this is going away from her into Lauren Bovar, she looked like she could have been the one planting those bombs, those pipe bombs. I think they're going to find out who did that, and I think maybe if it's her sister or something. Who knows? She probably don't even have a sister. She's pretty ornery. Her whole family is. But anyway, for fun and entertainment only, YouTube. This is tarot readings. But I wouldn't be surprised if she's not involved in that tight, too, just like Marjorie Taylor Greene. But this is for Marjorie Taylor Greene. How's this next year going to affect her? How's she going to be doing here? Is she going to be running the House of Representatives, or is she going to be running from the law? It says to cut it one more time. I don't usually ever get that. Let's see. Well, it starts out with her celebrating. Somebody's celebrating. And here, the influence around this is total bullshit, illusion, delusion. That makes sense. Because maybe she doesn't realize how much doo-doo she's in. But the foundation and the answer is yes. So I don't think we need to go any further. She's in trouble, and she's going to get caught up in this. She's going to get caught up in this. She's already thinking about how she's going to juggle it in the past if she does get caught up in it, what she's going to say, how she's going to get out of it. She had a lot to do with this. This is coming out to be, from the cards I've been reading lately, the ones that did a lot of hard work toward overthrowing the government. So we got all this hard work. Ginni Thomas had that same card up over her reading. And you know what? We might hear about them coming after her quick. I thought they'd go to the higher people and then work that down to them, but maybe not, because this is a law coming after her quicker than I thought, because that's in the quick future. This is her in her 7th house, and we all know she's a devil's disciple, but here she is. She just pure, almost evil. This is the energy around this stuff she stole and hid, and that could have been even messing those buttons. Now with her, I see her going into the gal I like so much from New York. What the heck's her name? I can't believe this. This is what happens when I start reading cards. But I can see her going into her being the ones that went in and messed up the buttons to call the police into that office. You'll know who I'm talking about. The one I wish would be president someday, if it was up to me. But anyway, how dare her want Medicare for all? That's supposed to be a joke if anybody's watching this. Why should we have what other countries have? We're just a poor country. We can't afford it. So they are going to take a deeper look at her than they looked before, because there's information that's coming out that's going to make them take a deeper look. And the outcome is them taking a deeper look, and this is strong energy coming toward her. Her wanting to make a deal after everything's said and done. But this is the law, this is truth coming down on her. So yeah, she's in, I don't think she's going to be in Congress much longer. She may not go to jail, but I think she's in enough trouble where she makes deals any way she can just to get the hell out of there or something. I don't know, but her life's over. She knows it too. Look at this. We get the foundation is the death card. So that's the total ending of what things are like right now. So it looks like, this is Marjorie Taylor Greene, it looks like she is in big, big, big trouble. And it looks like it's coming fast. That's what was good. And then we got one more that everybody's been asking me, because for some reason he keeps coming back into this too, and this is that Jim Jordan. I always thought he'd be going down for that, sitting around and letting that doctor molest everybody in school, but looks like he's in this January 6th stuff too, up to his nose. Some of the stuff that's came out from these bills they've released. No wonder Liz Cheney and all of them were so adamant about what was going on. They had the goods on these people, and they just kept getting more. They got so much goods they couldn't even get it all out to the people. Probably took 10 years to get all the crap they found on that these people were up to. So Jim Jordan, he had a lot to do. I think he was doing something with the fake electors too, besides everything else he was doing. I can't keep up with these. Too many crooks, too many criminals. Can't keep up with them all. What do you guys think? I wish I knew how to do live and could talk to people when I'm doing it. Anyway, I might try it someday here before too long, but I just don't want a bunch of. I'm afraid to do it without being able to monitor it if I open it up to where people can comment. Anyway, let's do Josh Hawley. So Josh Hawley, I'd love to see you in trouble, you little sprinter, you. Surprised everybody, didn't I? I called him something nice. He's not a very good person. I'd love to see him in trouble. Is he in deep doo-doo? Let's see what he's into. Josh Hawley. Josh Hawley. He's coming through really strong even in these cards, so I think I'll do a big one on him. Yeah, he might be one of the first ones we hear of. Look at this. Law is on him like stink on shit. It's because he shined a lot of light on what he was doing. It's because he's like Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's because they've been yelping and never shutting up. And here is truth and justice coming through for him. That's the foundation. Even though we think of him as being a nobody, didn't he just get in Congress right before this happened, just like Marjorie Taylor Greene and the rest of them? But he had a lot of secret information. He knows a lot. That could have been why he was running so hard. He probably knew exactly what was coming after him. He will try to take the high ground. And maybe he's low enough down where they offer him a deal or something. Because this could be a deal instead of just money. But or maybe they're already offering him a deal, and we'll see. We got judgment. Judgment's in the 7th house, so it's not going to work out. If they do offer him a deal, it's not going to work out. Because Liz Cheney and the people in the House don't want him. They're coming for him. He's pissed too many of them off. It's going to look kind of maybe like it's getting away with it. He's hoping that it's just going to go away. Temperance. He tries to figure out how he maybe could take some money and leave the country. He's even thinking about leaving the country. But he's not going to get very far. Look at this. Look at this. He's not going to get very far. So this is Josh Hawley. He's already got him. The law's already coming down on him. They already filling out the paperwork and dotting the I's. And he just shined too much light on him. He didn't. Too big. That little jerk off in front of going into the meeting that day, I don't think helped him. This is justice and a yes card. This is him saying that he knows a lot he could tell and trying to take the high ground. And and trying to make a deal, but it's not going to work because here's judgment on him. Because Liz Cheney and the rest of the people in the House don't want him to get away, so he might as well just sit back and cool his heels. And of course, he's not going to be able to leave town, but he knows that he's screwed. He already knows he's screwed. On some level, he already knows it. Probably all of them already know it after all this stuff is just breaking. But anyway, that's all I got here for tonight. I thought I had more people wrote down, but if I did, I threw the baby out with the bathwater like I always do. I write notes and then I go through and let me see what I got on this side. I think it's probably been long enough. When I look at that, it's probably been an hour. So I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. I'm going to try to be back before New Year's, but this is going to be my New Year's still. I've got my son and his kids coming to visit me. I'm really happy about that. And another friend coming to see me. We're going to go to the movies. So anyway, if you don't hear from me before New Year's, you guys have a blessed and happy New Year. And we just need not to be afraid and know that this love and light's going to come through. But it's going to look, like I said, it's going to be like up and down, up and down, up and down for this next year. So let's all just take a deep breath and know that the truth always comes to the surface. And if truth doesn't come to the surface, we can't heal as a nation. So just think of it as a group effort to heal this country up and to heal the individuals up in it. Anyway, I love you all, and then don't forget, if you want a personal reading, it's Lynn Tarot Readings with an S at gmail.com. And put your phone number in there, and I'll call you back, and we'll set you up. And I just hope you're all doing great, and have a great New Year. Namaste.